Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Guys, this is your quick tip of the week. So I'm going to show you how to install this tub spout. You see on the inside it has a big plastic ring. We have copper. So this is the transitional piece, and then the transitional piece will thread into here. So this part has to be soldered on. Now what you can also do is if you want to use a nipple, you can thread it into here as well. Based on the setup, because there's copper, it needs to be soldered, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright, this is the material and tools list for this job. So I have a spout, I have the adapter for the spout, solder, flux, emery cloth. For tools, a 1/2 inch fitting brush, a propane torch, close quarter copper cutters, and then a measuring tape. Guys, this is all we need for material and tools on this job. So let's install this spout. Alright, to start, this threaded portion here is 2 inches. So the black O-ring is going to be to the outside, and then the threaded portion will be on the back side. So if we have 2 inches to thread on the brass adapter, roughly 1 inch off the wall should be fine, maybe 1.25 inches. I'll do 1.25 inches. So what that means is the brass adapter will be roughly here. Now the first portion up to here is all threaded. So it looks like this rib here is what I need to actually cut my copper at. So if we hold this in place, that is where I'm going to cut the copper. And to ream it out, I'll just use my brush, and that should be fine. Alright, clean the end of the copper. And now the end of the brass, you don't need to clean it much because it's brand new. Okay, I made a mistake. It's actually the very end here is what you need to clean out. Now, because this is going to get heated up, take out the O-ring. Alright, so flux this. Okay, so the brass is going to take longer to heat up than the copper, so you're going to have to hit both sides together to get the brass to warm up. Be sure to take either a damp rag or a damp paper towel and wipe everything down. If you don't, you're going to leave the flux on and it's going to turn green and it'll be a catalyst for corrosion. So by wiping off the flux, it'll look better and it will last longer. Alright, so I've allowed it to cool down. Make sure it's cool to the touch, otherwise you'll destroy the O-ring. The O-ring can now go back on. And then our spout can be installed. Okay, make sure this spout is nice and straight, and that is it for this type of design. So there's a couple of different types of designs. There's this brass. Some will have a threaded portion just for a brass nipple. This has the thread portion with it. Some will just have a set screw that tightens onto the copper. That is my personal favorites because it's the least labor intensive and you have the least amount of things that can go wrong. But guys, that is your quick tip of the week.